It's the clash of the Titans, it's the clash of Catalunya. All Yamaha front row for the second time in 3 races with Fabio Quartararo and Valentino Rossi. A completely different ball game. We're experiencing the coolest conditions of the weekend so far. Everybody out device paid dividends with the 3 Yamahas ahead of them. Vital that Morbidelli, Quartararo and Rossi make lights. Revs up, and we are off. A good start from Morbidelli from pole. Rossi did not get away well. Here comes Miller on the decathlon. Morbidelli absolutely smashed it off the line. Didn't he? Miller got away very, very well. Now problems for Rossi. Zarco's gone down, and he's taken out Dovizioso. That's Andrea Dovizioso down and out at the second corner. Here comes Rossi at the inside of Jack Miller. Miller left the door open there then, so its championship will change. Down in then, Jack Miller. Almost T-bone Valentino Rossi into 10. Well, there was a T-bone. 3 Ducatis were mined in that incident, turn 2. We need to find out exactly who instigated it. Dovizioso was obviously in terms of this year's 2020 Moto Gp World Championship battle, and the 3 Yamahas have got exactly where they want to be. They're at the front of this Grand Prix, Matt. What a start. Paul Espargaro goes through, and Alex Rins, he made up so many places on that opening lap. What the heck? Absolute disaster for him on lap 1. Rossi's closing a bit here on Morbidelli. Also, Pecco Bagnaia, a brilliant start from... So Franco Morbidelli, when he got in this position in Misano, he never looked back. He got an absolutely sensational start for the line. He could not have made that. Now what happened into turn 2? Maverick Vinales just didn't get off the line very well. It was simple as that. Oh, it's there to Joan Zarco. Yeah, it was Petrucci. So it was actually a chain reaction caused there by Valentino Rossi second, Fabio Quartararo third, then it's Miller, Mir, Paul Espargaro, Rins there, who's got back through on Danilo Petrucci. Not have seen Zarco reacting to Petrucci, and that's why Dovizioso was blaming Zarco, and that's why I kind of pointed the finger of blame at Joan Zarco as well. Rossi chasing down what will be his teammate in 2021. Well, there's an ultimate Vinales getting on now. He's lost another place. Vinales over the line at the end of lap 2:16. Yeah, terrible. He got just a terrible start in 3 places. Yeah, and crucially, he got himself out of trouble in that first lap incident instigated by Petrucci. Dovizioso has been wiped out and had his championship hopes suffer a humongous blow. Be with the start of this race. If you're a Dobby fan, you'll be very, very disappointed. It's Morbidelli then that leads from Rossi. But you can't help but think where Franco Morbidelli would be in this championship chase right now had it not been for that mechanical in Jerez. And we'll shut them. He's not entertaining any cameras at the moment. Fastest lap of the race, Fabio Quartararo Rossi. Dovizioso must have had a sensational start though. He started 17th. I mean, he was on the back of Zarco in that position to be punted out after the mistake initially by Petrucci. Again, apologies to Joan Zarco, but Joan Zarco. There is Joan Zarco. Disappointed, of course, for himself. Chain reaction, wasn't it? Out front, Quartararo closes another 10th in on Valentino Rossi in second place. Pecco Bagnaia, Oliveira in 10th, Ed Binder. Quite a bit of work to do, isn't there, for Paul Espargaro to latch onto the back of Joan. You'll start seeing a drop in tyre life. To the home straight we go to complete lap 5. It's Azu pulls to the inside and he goes through into second place. Will he get the Yamaha stop? They're both... Rossi made that move on his rivals down the years here in Barcelona. The doctor gets a taste of his own medicine in close quarters too many times actually since they both arrived in Petronas Yamaha SRT. Often last year, Fabio Crutchlow, Alex Espargaro. Here's the move, the slipstream, the clear air. Full advantage taken by Fabio Quartararo up the inside of Rossi. Made sure he 4th place. Here's Paul Espargaro then. Alex Rins just up behind him. Danilo Petrucci then following. Well, this is a big patient. It's hard. How hard did Fabio Quartararo find it to get through on Paul Espargaro last weekend in Misano when Paul Espargaro's in the engine and the acceleration to come off the corners and keep Quartararo at bay for such a long time. Quartararo fastest lap of the race and Valentino Rossi in 4th. Alex Rins has gone through on Paul Espargaro then. Rins is up. Has not had the rhythm, has he, to try and make any progress into Joan Mir at all. The gap between Mir is over 2 seconds, so there's a lot of too late for Rins to get himself in that top 5 battle. On board with Quartararo as he chases down his teammate. Quartararo will be taking over at the summit of the World Championship yet again after a dismal start for Dobby here. Braking hard into turn 10. Number 20, that top 4 is getting dropped here, Joan Mir. I don't think it's a problem at this stage. I mean, you're right, absolutely. It's gone to a 1 second, but I think as Yamaha and other machines, I'd be really surprised if Mir doesn't play a big part in the latter stages of Quartararo. Is he thinking about the move into turn 1? Not this time. Yeah, half a second slower than Quartararo. That last lap was Mir. ahead of him, got down into some serious rhythm. 6/10 quicker than Espargaro on that last lap, so straight away, if he can get past Franco Morbidelli, it gets even better for him, and he is closing on his team. So then it's a Yamaha 1-2-3 with Jack Miller hanging on in that podium battle as Valentino Rossi still in contention there in third place. We're looking forward to Franco Morbidelli, looking back to Fabio.
These guys, not often, swap paintwork, even if it is the same colour. Valentino Rossi keeping an eye on the trio of Yamahas up ahead of him. Here comes, look at the drive through 13 that Fabio Quartararo's got, and line, is this the moment where Fabio Quartararo pounces? He's up by his teammate and he goes through into the lead here in Barcelona.
Pace to break away here now. Gap Rossi, gap Morbidelli, and then just try and manage it when the tyres are never start breaking away from the two Yamahas behind him.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because as a rider like Franco Morbidelli, they're all aware that there is a drop coming, and it's in 2 or 3 laps time.
Who's got the best traction control setup dialed in, who's got the best engine braking as well, that's also going to be critical.
Next in, Espargaro's now got his hands full with Brad Binder in 9th, who's got through on Pecco
pack behind him.
Oh, rear end twitch there from Fabio Quartararo. Across the line we go, and Valentino Rossi.
Indeed, head down, hammer down from Quartararo, that's for sure. Advantage over a quarter of a Binder, Bagnaia, Miguel Oliveira as well, mapping 2 for Valentino Rossi. Well, they're already telling him he's got to go to a slight at the moment.
Maverick Vinales check. We cannot get past Cal Crutchlow. He's in 15th.
Right now, if he threw the flag, he's losing 24 points to Fabio Quartararo, and that's going to be monumental in the championship.
Trying to bridge the gap to Miguel Oliveira. Aleix Espargaro's just dropped back a couple of places. He's in 13th here.
Good fight this, and there's some important World Championship points at stake as well. You look at the likes of Miguel Oliveira, Brad Binder in
up on the top left of the screen as Fabio Quartararo comes round the final corner. What sort of lap have we got equaling that? Valentino Rossi in 3rd.
There's nothing between the top 3 men at all of them doing 1:43s. Bailey, Petrucci at a moment, and then it all was the domino effect. Skittles behind him with Zarco and Dovizioso. Mio at the moment just cannot get on par. Now this is a real dogfight going between Petrucci and Espargaro.
Still no change out front. 3/10 between Fabio and Morbidelli, 5/10 between Morbidelli.
A bit of wheel spin on that rear tyre coming through that fast turn 9. Vinales has got nothing for these 2 men ahead of him though.
This is lapping in the 1:41.3. He was doing 40s for fun in FP4. Across the line, they were both quicker on that last lap.
And it looks like Rossi in turn has just about Tino Rossi.
Is it a clever ploy from the Monster Energy Yamaha team to try and save the tyre for the lap? Someone has gone down. Espargaro. He has crashed out of his home Grand Prix. He went across the line.
Half a second faster on that previous lap, so Miller looks like...
Oh, mistake, and almost down. He saved it. What a save from Franco.
And the process almost went down for the second time.
Well, he's now 1.2 down on Rossi, who inherits 2nd place. There's Joan Mir giving himself a bit too much to do into turn 1.
That's how much you've got to push right on the big drop in rear tyre performance.
Things to change.
You think it's going to be pretty hard for Franco Morbidelli to recover those 2 seconds or making a mistake himself.
Taka Nakagami's gone on a bit of a charge the last couple of laps. He's made a few places up. He's now in. He's gone down. Someone has gone down. We hold our breaths. It's Rossi.
No.
The dream is over. It's not going to be today. Change of direction and the front just gives way.
That's what he was saying. Rossi then down and out for the second time in 7 days.
Is up to 3rd. He's dispatched.
Yeah, that was
Keep your eyes on Joan Mir. I'll keep our eyes on his times as he goes across the line. He's faster.
Did he? Or was it no? Miller just made the mistake and got in hot. No rear grip.
Lapping really well at the moment. They're lapping quicker than these guys out front. So it's now Quartararo. He doesn't need to do anything silly.
Yeah, conversely, Morbidelli having had that big scare. You know, Tino Rossi chewing gravel at turn 2. That would have been a warning that he'll heed as well.
Maverick Vinales is fighting up here, and so disappointed is Valentino Rossi, dejected.
Yeah, you can see
gutted.
There. Blow to his championship charge. That's going to be a tough one to recover from. Back-to-back DNFs. He's cruising away, isn't he?
Fastest man on the circuit, although Bagnaia is battling away again. This is the best we've seen of Danilo all season long. Behind there,
KTM at the moment, Miguel Oliveira, their best challenger. He's 9th, having a good battle with his future teammate Brad Petrucci and Nakagami.
Down into turn 5. Then Vinales has now gone up into 11th. He's just gone past Cal Crutchlow.
Tell you who is closing. It's Joan Mir on Franco Morbidelli. A case of what might have been then for Valentino Rossi. Bitter disappointment here with his 3 on in a couple of weeks' time.
You're looking here at the battle for 6th player in 4th. Lynn Jarvis giving Valentino Rossi a pat on the back. It's been his best chance of winning a race.
You know, it's that left-hander, that treacherous turn 2. Look what the fans on the virtual wall.
This is the view from QURTARARO.
I just wonder whether that was a tyre where absolutely gutted. He knows there was a podium there for the taking. Potentially he wasn't going to have the speed to match this man. The clutches here. Iker Lecuona's another victim. I think that's crash number 4 now for Iker Lecuona this weekend.
They're running into problems now. Match over.
Turn 2. The left-handers now are critical, absolutely critical, because the tyre wear and the cool temperatures mean
QURTARARO looks pretty comfortable still. The gap's come down slightly, but nowhere near enough. There's defence coming from Franco Morbidelli, but he's helpless. Through goes Mir into 2nd place with 2 laps to go.
They could be late. The Suzukis, we know how much they nurse their tyres. Tyre durability is one of their key assets in this Moto Gp.
2nd place, there's your race leader, the Petronas Yamaha SRT man, Fabio QURTARARO. Will his teammate, though, be joining him? It's on the grid.
Yeah, that would be a recovery and a half. He's trying to dish out some more punishment. Hence,
he's having a look. Up the inside he goes then. Franco Morbidelli is now out of podium.
Mulin. Well, that run could be poised to come to an end. We're on the last lap shortly here in Barcelona.
Across the line we go to start with Suzuki's. It's the late show.
Yeah, QURTARARO's got this one covered surely.
Oh, 2 prang out boys. Nakagami on Miller's gone back through on Pecco. He's not enjoying that one much. Nakagami here might just fancy 5th place.
Slower than Alex Rins. He might just about hold on to that 4th place. A couple more laps and Morbidelli will be dropped
in this Barcelona clash. There's been some disappointment for the veteran. He has a look over his shoulder, he sees Mir. He'll be happy that there's not too many laps left.
Yeah, he's desperate for the checkered flag because he was all around the world. It's been, for the second half of the race at least, a cruise for QURTARARO in Catalunya.
Again, Fabio fires up once more and wins here in Catalunya ahead of the 2 Suzukis. Brilliant job to get past Crutchlow on the last lap.
Classy QURTARARO in Catalunya. He's victorious here.
Right. Yeah, it's a great race. I know for the public maybe it's a bit funny till the end, but you need to control it, and I think both did a great job. Congratulations, Wilco. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and either in the approach to this Grand Prix, and a huge credit to Suzuki and where they've come.
Suzuki apps John Hopkins and Chris Vermeulen way back in 2007 at Misano. That Baron in Barcelona behind Fabio QURTARARO, who's pumped to say the least.
It's 3 podiums on the broken humerus bone and missing out on the opening Grand Prix.
First Suzuki rider Mir in 20 years to take 3 successive podiums, and back with a bang in Barcelona.
And that's how much he loves it as well.
You could see how much his rear tyre was squirting.
Yeah, it was good. It's good. Double podium is the first time we have since let's say for Alex, because it was great recovery from 13th position to finish 3rd.
Great for Davide Brivio. Look what it's done to the championship as well. It was 4 points between 4 riders. It's now 24 points.
Right from the start with Andrea Dovizioso out at turn 2. That cost him the World Championship lead. Valentino Rossi also at the top of the World Championship. That's a great scene as well. What a beautiful tribute that is by Alex Rins. Great to see Rins. What a fight back that was. Hard to come from outside the top 10 in MotoGP. 8 points.
Starting from 5th, ends the race in 9th place.
At one stage he was outside the points. It was such a bad first. Yeah, you can hear the noise. Listen to those screams inside that helmet. Wasn't he, after that penalty late on? Franco Morbidelli, disappointment for him, just missing out on the podium.
To me, it looked like right-hand side of the front was a mess. The rear...
But, you know, he's in the game still. Let's not forget that. Rins has made his way over from turn 13. Fabio QURTARARO is as pumped with this win as he was with his first race win when we came back.
Yeah. He really is. That's and everybody thought, well, this is going to be a runaway success. He's going to dominate Marquez style. And in the last 5 Grand Prix, he's only an incredible performance, particularly by Alex Rins. That is a brilliant job by him.